Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to solo the Challenge of Elders for week 1 flawlessly. For the start of the video, I'm going to explain to you how to do each part individually, and then I'll leave up the full gameplay for you to enjoy. Now just bear with me, I'm going to try reading this all from a script, but my attention span is worse than Cade's. So, today I'm going to be running a Nightsstalker Hunter with the Bloodbound Tether and Lockdown Grenades. Just a note, I am only a level 322 in this video, but my first completion I was only a rank 318 or 319. So just know that even though it's recommended 320, the enemies will get harder, but it is still possible to do. Having the small arms perk that deals extra damage with your primary weapon can definitely help you get through it, even if you're underleveled. So the first boss is fairly simple. Adds will spawn in, and you want to kill them as fast as you possibly can. Now as you're playing through, there's a timer that's slowly ticking away in the background, and once it gets low enough, you're going to start losing points that you've earned for not killing the boss in enough time. So you really got to make sure you're pushing to kill as many adds and get the boss down as fast as possible if you don't want to lose out on your score. Once you've killed all the adds, just keep dealing damage to the boss, and also try and deal damage to the boss even while there are adds if they're not directly killing you. The hobgoblins are probably your biggest priority, but other than that you could take a few bullets and still deal damage, rinse and repeat. Now this boss has a special ability in which he puts a detain field around you that if placed you cannot move and you cannot shoot adds. The only way to break this field is by shooting it. Other enemies can still shoot through, so if you're caught out in the open, you will die either from adds or from the main boss. It'll show up on the bottom left hand side of your screen when this is happening, and the only way you can avoid it is by getting behind cover. The spot shown in this video provides very good cover that you could simply just duck behind if needed. Now the next boss is very similar to the first one in that you just need to kill all of the adds before dealing damage to the boss. It gets slightly harder because there are going to be 2 wizards spawning in with each round. The boss shoots fire onto the ground, so you're very limited in where you can move. The spot that I'm hiding in right now helps you keep the most cover. If you have a solar weapon such as a heavy or a special, use that to kill the witches as fast as you can. Now be aware, these fireballs deal massive damage, and if you're in them for maybe 2 seconds, you will die. Now, when you want to DPS the boss, you want to go and stand up right on this rock ledge. When the boss starts firing the fireballs at you, they will not be able to hit, they will either get caught on the ledge or fall behind you, and you're able to deal damage to the boss without being hit by him. As soon as you see the adds have come up, go back to the original spot, rinse, and repeat. Just a side note, I found that if you scope in while there's massive amounts of fire in front of you, it will cause major lag. I'm not sure if this is due to the Xbox One. You may not experience the same problems on the PS4, but just be aware that in order to prevent this, just unscope your weapon and fire from the hip. Now we move on to the final round. This is really, really hard. I mean, it's not that hard, but it's pretty hard. So right off the bat, you're going to want to run to the left as quickly as possible and get up onto a ledge. Once on the ledge, enemies are going to be coming from 2 different directions. If you're facing the boss, it's either going to be left, which is a giant ramp that leads up to you, or the right, which is a staircase. Now, if you get to this spot fast enough, during the first wave of adds, maybe only 1 to 2 will actually come from your right up the staircase. This will just be a few adds that were following you in from the beginning of the arena. After the first wave, most of the adds, if you're standing in the correct spot, will only come up from the ramp, and you only have 1 spot to look out for. Keep focusing fire down that ramp. You do not want any of the sword vandals to come up, because at this light level, 2 hits, possibly 3 if you're 322 or higher, will kill you. The best way to keep the rushing vandals from killing you is to save your super in case you're caught in a tight spot, and also to save your grenades. You'll notice that I'm using my grenades to kind of hold them back on the ramp, and then the ones that do come up I'm able to take care of very easily. Sometimes I like to tether them just in case things get too hairy. Now you don't have to worry about the boss too much from this position because simply strafing left to right will prevent all of his shots from hitting you. So you really just got to make sure you're out of the line of sniper fire, but always check that ramp, make sure nothing pushes up. Now, all you have to do is rinse and repeat, killing the adds and dealing DPS to the boss just like the first 2, and eventually, you will become a champion of the Elders. Now, here's the rest of the gameplay for all of you to enjoy. I hope you learned something from this video. Have a good day, guys, and goodbye.
Round 1. Nightsstalker of the mix. The Overmind Minotaur. Your victory tells the tale. Return to airlock, Guardian. Round 2. Psylocke, the Defiled, thirsts for your light. You live. Well done. Need you back in airlock, Guardian. Round 3. Pilot center of a war-wrecked, fallen catch. live. Well done.